Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Sunday, October 14th at 11:55 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. You're looking at the observed snow depth. Observe it. Bring it in. If Al Gore is your neighbor, show him this video because it is not even the middle of fall in the Northern Hemisphere, and we have record snow covering much of the area. Over 30% is currently covered north of the 40th parallel. We have 12 inches showing up here in British Columbia and Alberta, 12 inches showing up here in northern Colorado. And that was just this morning. We're going to get to more snow after Hurricane Michael. Shortages, mourning, and darkness. It's true. Gas is in short supply, power outages are rampant, and search teams continue their arduous task Sunday as Florida recovered from Hurricane Michael remained painfully slow along the coast of the state's battered panhandle. There were some victories. Classes will resume at the overpriced universities in the sprawling campus of Tallahassee's Florida State, where the indoctrinated students will barely ever get a job anywhere but the mini mart. And that's tonight's first boom. Yes, happy boom. Hurricane Michael flattened towns where survivors remain in disbelief. They can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I looked over at my husband and I took his hand and I said, we're not going to make it. Now, Lynn Haven Mayor Margot Anderson recalled thinking amid the hurricane. Lynn Haven Mayor Margot Anderson. My God, I can't even say that. So Margot Anderson and others, 40 people huddled, I should say, in the police department in Lynn Haven, and they almost did not make it as the building was ripped apart. Take a look at it. There it is. Four miles south of Lynn Haven is Panama City, Florida. Along the main road through town, every business has either some damage or is completely destroyed. A local auto shop owner in Panama City was worried about looting, and he spent the night in his destroyed building with a shotgun. Yeah! It's a bad mother right there. It's probably his four-wheel drive. I have a similar one. Meanwhile, Mexico Beach, just 24 miles away from Panama City, is considered ground zero for hurricane damage. Every home there was leveled. Search and rescue teams from Tennessee, Indiana, and Florida are on the ground searching for 250 people who chose to stay behind and are currently unaccounted for. Do you know what that means? Yeah, that means they didn't make it. Those without any insurance are in dire straits. Kelly Mitchell said her grandparents' beach house is beyond repair. It was a place where generations of family members came together to enjoy the peacefulness of the small town coastal community of just about 1,000 people, which is looking like 250 of which are dead. And this chick has pictures of some shit that her grandmother painted, while 1 out of 4 in her community is bitted. Who's doing this reporting? That's pathetic. Colorado Winter Weather Preparedness Week. James Pringle from NOAA sent me this email just a few days ago. And it comes with several of these links here. Now let's take a look at Monday, because that's this update. Winter travel safety. It's Winter Weather Preparedness Week in Colorado, and it's now Winter Weather Preparedness Week for all of you, because I'm going to be sharing these every day. Now, before winter weather arrives in earnest, it's highly recommended that you prepare your car or truck for winter travel, especially as we descend into the grand solar minimum. Areas that haven't experienced winter weather are going to be experiencing winter weather. So if you've had experienced winter weather in the past, expect it. A well-equipped vehicle has adequate tires, tire chains, tow rope, sand or cat litter for traction in case you get stuck, a shovel, a toolkit. That means a socket set, windshield scraper and brush, battery cables, first aid kit. Boom! Flashlight, extra batteries, blankets, sleeping bags, extra clothing, candles, waterproof matches, a jug of water, high calorie packaged food or quick energy like snack bars, and an empty can to melt snow for drinking, preferably steel or stainless steel. You could package this all in a tote that you buy at Walmart for $8. So go do it and put it in your trunk, put it in your hatchback, or put it in your back seat. During winter weather events, the best way to prevent treacherous winter travel is to avoid it. And this can be done by staying informed, by watching the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, by tapping into local weather radio, by looking out the fucking window, checking road conditions, get a CB, get a police scanner. Do it. Get a weather radio. Your state has a similar website, coloradotrip.org, newmexicotrip.org, wyomingtrip.org, newyorktrip.org, and so on. Figure it out. If you're that stupid, you're screwed. If you should become stranded during a winter storm, stay with your vehicle. Don't panic. I know you will. If you're accompanied with others, make sure they don't panic and always have one person awake so you don't all die from carbon monoxide or some other stupid mistake, which is inevitable. Run the vehicle so you can continuously charge the battery. If you're running out of gas, well, you're an idiot. You should have had more gas in a gas can in the back. In the mountains, avalanches become a possibility in the winter. Do not park downslope from avalanche danger. And if you do, get out of harm's way. Make a snow tunnel. Bring a tent. Get out of Dodge. Very strong downslope winds occur at many times along the Front Range in Colorado. Many people die and freeze to death here. If you don't know anything about survival or preparedness, now is the time to start learning. Roads which appear to be clear in the wintertime may actually be coated with a thin layer of ice, black ice. This is nearly invisible, and if you don't have four-wheel drive, or even if you do, it doesn't matter because this is about to hit the fan. You can rapidly lose control of your vehicle and fly off the side of the road. Wear your seatbelt. Those that don't deserve to die. Please follow these winter travel saving recommendations from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and the Weather Ready Nation. Whew, that was a lot to get through. We have many more days of that. Snow creates winter wonderland from Colorado to Minnesota. It's true, a snowstorm swept across the Rockies and High Plains this weekend, bringing picturesque wintry scenes, but also travel disruptions and nightmares. North Dakota set records days ago, breaking snow records, and harvest efforts have been hampered. John Deere doesn't even matter. Grand Forks area sees record-breaking low temps. This guy's already snowblowing with his dogs. The Grand Forks area on Friday, October 12th saw extremely cold temperatures and record-breaking lows. Friday morning temps plunged to negative 12.2 C at the Grand Forks airport, easily breaking, in fact, crushing the previous record low of 7.2. That's embarrassing. All the way back to 1979, when people's hair were thick and gorgeous. Yes, it's true. The mustaches were related to porn. National Weather Service meteorologist Jennifer Rittinger said. She didn't say that porn stuff. I did. Here we are. Grand solar minimum much? Boom! I love that rabbit. Or what is that thing? Who knows? Weather alert day. Snow, bitter cold hits Kansas. There's 0.3 inches. Holy shit. Is that even measurable? In fact, the earliest measurable snowfall on record. Holy boom! How prepared are you for the 0.3 inches coming today? Whew. Snow is falling in Wichita, but isn't going to last long. Sarah says snowfall will end shortly after midnight, whoever the Sarah is. 2 to 5 inches over here, up in the top left and upper area here, in the west northern area. A trace. And a T to a 2-inch. Man, this is very technical. You have to go to class for this. All you need to know is snow is falling in Wichita. It won't last long. It's ending shortly after midnight. Yeah, it's true. But it is the earliest measurable snowfall on record, and Al Gore is full of shit. Texas to experience record cold next week. Solar variability and weather, whatever that means. But it means Texas is fluxed and frozen. The National Weather Service is warning of a brutal weekend cold front that will bring temperatures that feel more like December to Texas. Central and southern Texas, including San Antonio, are about to crush all-time records beginning Monday. Take a look. San Antonio, forecast maximum temp Monday, 57, is going to crush the 61-degree temperature set back on 1912. Take a look at Tuesday, 53 degrees are forecast. 57 is the record low back in 1889. Holy sh... What? We can't even look at it. They won't let us. They won't let us look at it. 1889 is right here in this solar minimum hole. Cycle 12, there's red, cold sun. 1889 is cold sun. Cool sun. Say it how you want. So, records continue to tumble. Climate change continues to be spouted by the mainstream media that we're all burning up while we're freezing to death. Now, the grand solar minimum is a time of extremes. We're going to see the hottest temperatures ever recorded as well as the coldest temperatures ever recorded. And that leads to crop loss, unpredictability, increased prices, global unrest, and famine. The grand solar minimum has already made its mark on Manitoba. Dreary fall is not a result of melting sea ice. Sea ice is at multi-decadal averages, so that means that this has been going on for 50 years, according to these frauds. Say it ain't snow. Let's come over to Tropical Tidbits and check out the snowfall totals and see what's going to be happening in the next few days. New Mexico is going to wake up to fresh powder. Take a look. It's snowing there right now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, snow through Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Chicago, Minnesota. And take a look at what's happening to the Northeast by the end of this model. Yeah, Vermont, New Hampshire, Adirondacks, all of New York State, Finger Lakes region, heads up Western PA, all the way down to Snowshoe. Snow. Lots of snow in upper Adirondacks here. Take a look. White Mountains, Green Mountains, heads up New Hampshire. Maine, you're used to it, but look at the snow totals, up to 36 inches in some parts of eastern Canada. These models are brutal, and they keep getting deeper and deeper. And my computer is hanging up, so let's quickly get to the end before we freeze up completely. Come on, you can do it. Take a look at all the frost and freeze warnings. Hard freeze and frost going all the way down almost to central Texas. That's where it's purple. If you think I did, your shit's frozen in the purple zones. Yes. We also have flash flooding, winter storm warnings throughout New Mexico, flooding in central Texas, and on and on. Cold Canadian air will cause Santa Ana winds to develop across the Southern California for extreme fire weather threats early this week. It will be chilly, and critical fire weather threats will happen through midweek. This cold air is plunging much of the U.S. across the high plains. Heavy rains continue across the South Plains as moist this cold front making snow. In fact, a strip of snow. Say it ain't snow. Yes, it is. Frost and freeze warnings on the back of that front. I love saying that. Hurry up. We're freezing up. Hopefully you're picking up what we're putting down. Total solar irradiance is decreasing. It's about to hit the floor. You have less than 10 years until all systems fail. All systems could fail at any moment. If a solar flare comes off of our sun in the next 2 years, whoa! And I'm talking X20. That won't be funny. And you better hope you've prepared. Snowiest October on record for Calgary already. Not even half. But 2018 is already the snowiest October ever on record. Whew. I'd be selling the house if I lived in Calgary. Moving south. Whew. Are we going to make it through this update? I don't know. Google's not responding. Let's come back to the chart. Take a look back here in 1809. Very bad. Dalton minimum. You're almost there. Now, the difference between this lower total solar irradiance and right now is that our magnetosphere is much less, causing more cloud nucleation. And we're completely frozen up. I have no idea why. Everything's plugged in. It's a sin. As they would say in some circles. Let's be serious. And some of you probably are from Sirius. But we can't even get a boom to come up here. I can't even shut off the video recorder because I can't move the cursor.